welcome. Saturday night. Yay. I adjust my seat or my light a little bit here. There, maybe. There we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry I'm late. I was texting my husband to, he's outside right now. Put something in the dryer when it's done. Hey, Care Bear, Francis. Lauren's there. Jen 56. All right. So, I have a new deck. Don't like. I'm sitting low. I gotta adjust the seat. I was gifted this deck from a lady in my class, D, and we pull a card once in a while in class from this deck, and I've known about this deck for many years. And I thought about getting it, never did. Anyway, pardon me, I'm tired today. So long story short, she gifted me postcards from Spirit, and these literally is a postcard. So if you've seen my post that I posted and I said, can't wait to share something, it was on a postcard. Hint, wink, wink. How could you have known, right? Unless you were doing it, unless you followed your intuition. So, your phone is playing games tonight, Francis? Oh. Yeah, we've had some weird stuff happening here as well. So, but anyways, these cards, they definitely messages from Spirit. Sometimes the card will say we or us giving the message, and we could be your spirit guide and an ancestor, a loved one that's crossed over, or it could be a loved one with an angel. They get together, they pull together. It could be we or us, and it's given to you. So, yeah. So the energy that I feel today, I feel the energy is better today than it has been in the past couple of weeks. I think a lot of people are finally coming out of whatever it was, something. I don't know if it was that Mercury retrograde really took a toll on a lot of people, but it's gone now. With the new moon approaching on April 27th, I know today is the 19th, but there's a new moon coming in Taurus. So, it's going to offer a lot of people some stability. But right now, what I feel, there's somebody that's listening or will be listening they may have made some commitments or a big commitment. And I'm here to tell you, stick with that commitment, okay? It's not the right time to cancel, or if it was an agreement made and it was bonded, best to stay the course. All right, it's not the time to not honor your commitment. Honor your commitment. If you made some promises, best to keep them. Best to keep them for now, for sure. What else did I get? Yeah. I mean, if you've agreed with somebody, you made some agreements, same thing, agreements, commitment, and that you got to honor that, okay? All right. So I'm going to pull some cards here. They're really, really interesting. A lot of information on them. I'm looking at getting another deck, but I'm really grateful for Dee for this. Thank you again, Dee. Very, very grateful. It was a surprise. I got something for you. Like, wow. Came home and said, guess what I got? I got a gift. So much appreciated, Dee. Thank you so much. Dee was telling me she follows her intuition quite a bit, and she just had this voice saying to her that she needed to get these for me. I'm like, I never sent the voice. I don't do that. But definitely not heard it once, but twice. So definitely somebody's telling her something. Her guide, her angel, to be her dad in spirit, saying, So interesting, right? Okay, we'll start with D. Pull a card for you. They are new, so they're a little. All right, D. Whoa, I got two cards, but the top one I'm trying to reach here. All right, the top card. Dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of life, going to tell you a new story as you create it. Does it feel like spring yet? When the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place, the form of what you are growing has yet to take shape. It's exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and pushback when entering any new kind of new relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow the new version of life to take shape um, through you on behalf of your partner in life, spirit. So you've made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. We are so proud of you. And that kind of goes with what we were talking about on Wednesday, isn't it? I mean, a new life, a new beginning, relationships, something's around the corner, right? Okay, Lynn. Hope everyone had a really good day today. It's really, really windy here, but it's not too bad. Plus, Easter tomorrow. Easter Bunny's coming. I shared something on Facebook and here I posted somebody, maybe it's got to be Al, somebody created this. And it's a big bunny on top of the CN Tower in Toronto. So I thought it was kind of cool. He's got 2 eggs and it's kind of cool. Okay, Lynn, what do I have to do? And if I pull the same card, I don't know. They're new, so and my fingers are sore today. Okay. Is this 2 card? They're really nice and thick. Okay, Lynn. Dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if all is well, it will be. Act as if you are brave and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered and as if you are truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world. Interact with it and draw conclusion from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if that were truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seems empty or cavernous, chaotic or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest person on the planet, and you will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. You are infinite potential, loving you so much. Rainbows explode in the ether. Nice. Very beautiful card. Very beautiful card, Lynn. Francis. Hopefully your phone's okay now. Oh, I'm going to push this down because I can't see if anybody else joined. Your son is doing the cooking. Hi, Joe Megan. Yeah, we are going to our daughter tomorrow, but I'm bringing sweet potatoes, gluten-free carrot cake, some gluten-free stuffing. Can't wait to see the carrot cake. I'm almost tempted to have a piece today. What a lovely day. I will pull a card for you as well. And Tiger's Eyes here. Welcome. Oh, Starburst candy. I was freaking out because family's coming tomorrow. Oh my God. You got rid of the ants. Good for you. Oh my goodness. Your family's getting there. Yeah. You guys got hot today. 83. Nice. Yeah, it is, Maggie. It's a very nice gift. I saw Moonlight. There you are. All right. Moonlight's here. Yes. So these cards, I got them Wednesday night. And what I do when I get new cards, I take, sometimes I'll take them out of the box, sometimes not. Depends. I go with my intuition, but I always have them and I clear them. And I do this the way I do it is I surround it with a white light. Another way I sometimes I've done is walk into a white cloud and I'm all in white. The cards are in white, everything's white. I mean, pure white light. And I stay there or I hold my cards until I know that the white light has filled them, has cleansed them. When I feel that they're cleansed, I then take them and I bless them. I put them under my pillow for 3 nights. I sleep with them 3 nights under my pillow. Not directly here, but like could be because otherwise you got a big box. Some people don't do that, and that's fine. There's different ways. Some people will buy a deck of cards, open them up, and put them in the moonlight. If the moonlight's shining on a windowsill, that's fine too. This is the way I do it. I've always done it that way since the beginning, many moons ago. So I cleanse them that way, and I bless them. I bless them because for me, it's a tool that I use to help connect with spirit, connect with ancestors, connect with loved ones, connect with angels. So it becomes like a sacred thing for me. And if I use them with other people, every time I'll use them, I will cleanse them. Okay, you don't have to sleep with them after that, but cleanse them every time. If I just use them for myself, once in a while, if I pull a card and it's a deck I've never used with anybody, I'll still cleanse them once in a while. And I give thanks as well for the guidance and the wisdom, and I give thanks as well. So, okay. Hi, Ellie. All right, so I better start getting go here because I've got a few people that they're going to have a card, and it's a little bit long, so the message are nice. Yeah, and then you work with them, right? I mean, they're your tool. Now, some people do not that give readings for others. They don't let anybody else touch their deck, like tarot, especially tarot cards, right? When I started, I asked Spirit, and people can touch the deck. Just clear it after. That's all. Yeah. Hi, Chanley. Hi, Ellie. All right. So I did land. So Francis, let's do a card for you, Francis. Francis, your card. Dearest you. Do you ever wonder whether your ideas or inspiration might be coming from your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We're here to tell you. We're always whispering in your ear about your highest good. We're conduits for spirits, letting you know you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means you heard us. And when they say us, they mean your angels, your guide, loved ones on the other side. Inspiration means spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going so you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you are on the earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. You are so loved. So, so loved. That is you. That is you, Francis. All right. Carrie, let's pull a card for you. You're welcome, Francis. Okay. They're big enough, big enough cards, right? And they have different colors. Carrie. Dearest you, a rigid tree branch breaks under strong winds. Yet flexible seaweed survives powerful ocean swells. Right now, we gently remind you that being flexible is a good choice when faced with life's challenges. Surrender your fixed ideas to Spirit, who knows what is in your highest good and can deliver you to what you need in the appropriate form. In this moment, rather than fighting or being too sure of your way working out, be a little looser and allow for another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward if you're to learn new ways of doing and seeing. Stay aware, curious, and teachable. Take life on life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction not on your map, but let it. Be so flexible that no storm can uproot you. In the end, you will still be rooted in the world in abundance, and you will indeed experience the beauty that is yours. We love you so much. That's a beautiful card. Absolutely. I have everybody's names here, and you're going to have one too. What a lovely day. Your card's coming. Lauren. It's sweet, isn't it? Yeah, they are. I didn't see your message earlier. Will you go back to the last video and see the fluttery orb that came close to you? Oh, I didn't see that. I know that I saw, somebody told me, and I went, and I think it was around 26 minutes, and I saw something coming out this time of the dining room on that right, and it just came somewhere here, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I'll have to check it. Yeah, definitely some going on, right? Definitely. Okay. Yeah, I know. When I said that, when I went like this, I kind of saw something here in the corner, like going to my side. So it's this way, but actually it's the opposite from me. I don't know why that doesn't mirror like exactly, because this is my corner table, like corner where my bowl is. But yeah. Okay. I'm getting sidetracked. Lauren, what do we have for you? Lauren. They're always cool, right? Okay, Lauren. What's up? Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everyone, or you might have no value? Maybe you think you need to control everything, or else nothing will get done, be healed, or be completed, etc. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome, but we don't think that you would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set boundaries, right? Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky, enmeshed relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it. I can't control it. And it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work out beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so much. There you go. That's a really good, it's a good mantra and a good positive affirmation, Lauren. You're welcome, Lauren. You need to love the Lord's God. It was a good one. Yeah, we can't control everything. Got to delegate sometimes, right? All right, Rob. I have a Rob that's listening. I know. Let's pull a card for Rob. Okay. Dearest you, pump up the music. Pump up the music. It's like pump up the jam, right? I love that song. Bang the drums. Get on up and start that hustle toward your goals and dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move. Say yes to life. Pick up the phone. Make that decision. And take that one step toward the gods or us, which angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up. God bless you. As if by magic. Well, we know it's really spirit and all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we're saying go for it. Take positive action toward your dreams. Even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda, it will be all orchestrated by spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it will all work out? We love you so much. That is a cool card. I don't think we ever pulled that out in our class, this one, because I would remember. Pump up the jam. Pump up the jam. Oh, great. I'm going to have that song in my head now. Jeez. Yes, and I love that song. Pump up the jam. I never had that on a CD somewhere, but I could always pull it up on YouTube. Yeah, we danced quite a bit to that song. Weddings, everywhere you go. All right, Miranda. Miranda. Dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you. You're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You are never alone. That's so true. And even when rejection happens, you're ultimately being protected so better things can replace what wouldn't have worked out in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for you and for your ultimate success. Life loves you. We love you. And you're a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always and forever. Wow. Wow, that's a good card. I'm getting chills. That is a really nice card. That's a good card. Kathy. Wow, hey. We're about 21 minutes in, Miranda. So, Kathy, what card can... Kathy is with the... she's one of my students, one of the ladies come to my class, but she also joined the Paranormal Seekers in Ontario, Canada here. And I believe she should be back, but I think she went to New York this weekend to this haunted place. So I can't wait to hear about it. Okay, Kathy, dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself in the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they're stories you're proud of. Genuine, loving fan club. Wow, you got a fan club, Kathy. Can't wait. And I just said, can't wait to hear the story, what you experienced, what you saw, what you felt. Because when she told me this place she was going to go see, she texted me and I got nauseous. I'm thinking about it. So, oh, yeah, can't wait to see what she gets out of there. Ugh, yeah. I remember, I don't know the name of it, but it is a sanitarium. So, yeah. All right, Gen 56. Yeah, she's visiting two places. And one of them is the sanitarium. So, yeah. I think it's New York or New Jersey, one of those places. Okay, Gen 56. What does, angel, spirit, guide, ancestor want you to know? I don't know. I hear a voice saying something about tread lightly. So whatever you're doing, just go lightly, okay? I don't know why. Dearest you, we have a secret to share with you. If you act as if it's all is well. So it's the same card that I think was Lynn or something. It will be. Act as if you are brave and you will have courage. Act as if you are loved and you will be a magnet for love and experience the love of spirit. Act as if your prayers have been answered, as if you're truly in sync with good fortune. How you think is how you will see the world. Interact with it, draw conclusions from it. If you want to be the person who has the life you want, co-creating and loving what is yours, you need to start acting as if it were truth. Don't worry about the conditions in your life that seems empty or cavernous or chaotic or barren. These are temporary and don't even count. Defy them and act as if you're the luckiest person on the planet. You will be, for you already are. That's the real secret. Your infinite potential. Loving you so much, rainbows explode in the ether. Wow. Wow. That is a really good card, Jen. Joe Megan. Yeah, when she goes to with the paranormal seekers, I mean, they know to go in, and she knows like to protect herself really well before going in, and she's good, she's okay. I've been teaching her stuff, so she's very smart. That's a good card for you, Jen. 56, yeah. All right, you're welcome. Joe Megan, let's see what we have for you. Deep, 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 deep. You're going deep. All right. Dearest you, we're sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on the way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breeze, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? Ow. Wow. That's a really, really good card too. Oh, wonderful. Wow. Wow, Joe. What a lovely day. It is, isn't it? It's very, very nice. You're welcome, Joe Megan. You're welcome. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. All right, what a lovely day for you. And Nicole, what is the card that's meant for you? I know there's somebody around you. What a lovely day that wants to get in touch with you, an ancestor of some kind, and she's just excited, and she's just saying, she's sending so much love, and she's just there, and she's just excited. So something may be happening in your life that she's excited about for you. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone and make things right. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burdens of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's action or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others, and that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. That's a really good card for you, right? And it's true. When we release this, it's done. We release it to heal ourselves. The other person may have, whether they've done something to you or they've done to someone else, and some people, upset because another person's done something to someone. Again, anyone who holds on to that is hurting themselves. Okay. That's a pretty good card. Yeah. Meaningful. Very deep. Yeah. Nice. They are. They're beautiful cards. Tiger's eyes. If you're here, pulling out a card for you. Whoa, two cards want to come out. And what do I have? Piece of the paper from the thread, like a thread from the card or something. Okay. Dear wonderful you. This is for Tiger's eyes. Intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you, without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit and to us. There is an amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So we may support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad you did. Loving you so, so, so much. What if you're living with that person? If it's forgiveness, it's still forgiveness. That's what we're here to do, to learn to forgive and ask forgiveness. If it's you're welcome, Tiger's eyes, if you can. Even though we meet a soulmate or a quick flame or what people call soulmates, I believe they're soulmate. Very hardly ever they're reincarnated at the same time you are, right? And people, it's your mom, yeah, people that have even you can have a sister or brother that are soulmates, not always a loving relationship like being married to a soulmate, but you may have experienced many lifetimes together. And whether it's your mom, your dad, brothers, they've done something, they've hurt you or they've hurt someone else, and it doesn't, bottom line, it's still for yourself. In order to heal, we need to forgive. Right? That doesn't excuse their behavior. That doesn't excuse the other person from doing what they've done, whether to you or to someone else. But for our sake, for ourselves, we have to learn to go past that, to forgive. Right? Not easy sometimes. And sometimes we think, well, yeah, I did forgive. And later on, there's something that triggers something, and you're still a little bit resentment or still a bit anger or hurt. And sometimes maybe it'll never, ever 100% go away. But again, the need to forgive is part of why we're here, right? To learn how to love. But that does definitely not excuse the other person's behavior or actions or whatever. No, it has nothing to do with the other person, just what you're holding on to, Our bodies we're made of energy, and I've read, and it does, I do believe that very wholeheartedly, that emotions can cause severe illnesses, severe diseases. And emotions, if they're stuck in our body, we don't let go, don't release, we don't forgive, can cause you harm. So why hurt yourself? Love yourself. Forgive. And if you got angry, said something, forgive yourself. You're human, right? So it is an ongoing process, for sure. Yeah, forgive and love. Yeah, and who knows the reason for that, right? Some people, they do have a favorite child. And although you say to them, oh, I think so-and-so is your favorite, they'll deny it. And so what? I always told my mom, the middle child, I'm the oldest. There's 3 girls. And the middle child was her favorite. And she says, no, I love you 3 girls the same. I beg to differ. But I was okay with it. I beg to differ. It's okay. Maybe their characters were better aligned, you know. It doesn't mean she didn't love me. She did. But I know that, you know, she favored her a lot. So, and that's fine. We are who we are, right? Yeah. Live and let live. Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah, they don't want to talk about it because she doesn't see it sometimes, right? Sometimes that person, you know, there's other stuff that I brought up to my mom when I was a child. And, you know, I know that she did the best she could with her education, her, you know, I won't get into it because we could be here for days. And I mean, it's a long story. But yeah, you know, we have to be okay with it. Yeah. I mean, I have a daughter and a son. My son's my firstborn. My daughter sometimes will say to me, "Oh, you favor him. You favor him." No, I don't. I love him because he's my son. I love her. She's my daughter. I love them both very, very much. I don't believe that I don't favor any, but she got him into trouble a lot when they were young. She'd say, you know, do something, and I was busy in the kitchen. I'd come out and say, "Oh, well, you know, you're the oldest. Kind of leave your sister alone," and but he hadn't done anything, you know. Just a little instigator. But I would say, you know, go to your room. You don't, you know. Yeah, she can say what she wants. I know different. Luna, you came up here? Hi, baby girl. She came and she took off again. All right. Moonlight. Childhood perspective. And every child has different needs. Everybody, yes. That's right. You can't change others. You have to, you know, you have to work on you. Exactly. Yeah. But, you know, I hear that a lot. There's this one particular person that apparently, you know, I've been talking to this one lady, and she says that her mom and dad had threw her out, so she was gone for a long time. Come back in their life now, and she's included in some of the stuff, but they're very distant because she moved away, far, far away for a long time. Well, they kind of kicked her out. Maybe she wasn't listening, or maybe who knows. But of course, the mother is closer to one of the girls, and the girls, the one that's close to her, is doing some stuff that maybe she shouldn't do, but through thick and thin, and is there. So, and you can't tell the mother anything. So, you know, everybody's got free will. Moonlight, 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 dearest you. There are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that shows up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so, so much. Right? Beautiful card, Moonlight. Maggie, you're next. Yeah, you know, really, you'll never hear the whole story. Exactly. Like, people perceive things differently, you know. But I mean, like I said, I knew my mom loved myself and the youngest one as well. But and she said why she favored, you know, she said she didn't favor him, but why she would pay attention more to the middle child, because you know she was ill when she was young. I mean, I'm 4.5 years older than her. I didn't see her being ill. I mean, I'm the one that was rushed to the hospital almost every week. Came close to dying a few times. But anyways, there was something going on with my sister, and I guess my mom was afraid of losing her as well. So I understand. Do we need to understand? No, but it's all good. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. You're welcome, Moonlight. Moonlight me. Maggie. Maggie. I think of Maggie May when I think Maggie, you know. Oh, Maggie, is gonna say to you. Rod Stewart, I think, right? All right. What do we have for you, Maggie? What's coming up here? I don't know. Again, I'm getting something. It says something about you are the second. Maggie, something's telling me you're the second. Oh, your dad's song for you? It's a good song. Yeah. One of the best songs that he did. I like that. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously for you and everyone else and make things right. Wow, this card came up again for someone else there. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burdens of an old story, one in which you were a victim of someone else's action or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. It's about letting yourself off the hook for carrying the burden. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others. That is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you don't forgive. So you can do it. Everyone here believes in you and adores you. You know, when I teach Reiki, there's one of the levels. Each when we go to do attunements, um, there is a beautiful meditation where I bring them up a mountain. Meditation. I don't bring them up a mountain for real, but there's one of them that asks them to leave their burdens, to leave their baggage. Right? You want to go lightly. You want to travel lightly. Get rid of the things that don't serve your highest good. Get rid of all of them. And that's why I love to do full moon ceremonies, because every full moon you get rid of stuff. And if you don't know what it is, you can say, I just want to release and let go of everything that doesn't serve my highest purpose. And it's good to do that at least once a month, because it's amazing what it opens you up to the good and other things. Wow, this card just wants to fall out. I think there's more than one. There's one. I didn't even say your name, but Ellie, this card, they knew it's for you. Resentment is heavy. It is heavy on the heart, not just the shoulders, right? You know your music, Rev? Yes. You know, years ago, my ex-husband, we had a small band. He was a drummer. I sing. I play a little bit of guitar, play a little bit of drums, play a little bit of keyboard, not much. But yeah, so I know a lot of music. We had to have music, you know, to go and play. I played a few bars, KOAs, and, you know, campgrounds. We did a lot of stuff. So I had to have a lot of songs. I was the lead singer, so yeah. Okay, Ellie, dearest you, there are times you get lost. Oh my gosh, it's like the other girl, but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Sometimes something feels familiar, but sort of seems off, like off. So if you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away the map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. And you can ask your guide that, and your angels say, you know what? I'm open to the truth. Help me, guide me. Where do I need to go? What's next, right? A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that shows up in your life. Especially, you know, people sometimes will say, well, you make a decision, you make a decision. Then you make the decision, and then they get all bent out of shape. Well, they didn't want to make the decision. They didn't want to take responsibility. So suck it up, right? So it's the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have always unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so, so much. Yeah, we all do. Hey, we all do, Ellie, for sure. Yeah, sometimes, it just happens, right? One of the said, oh, you want my story? Oh my gosh. Where do I start? It would take many, many moons. My childhood, no, you don't want to hear about that. No. Just my first 6 years, maybe, not the other six after that. The first 6 years was great. From 6 to 12. A lot of things happened. But I grew up in a Catholic family. My grandmother was very religious. My dad used to go out and work like far from home. So my mom, when after she had me, she lived with her parents, my grandparents. My mom is the youngest. Well, she's the 11th child of 12. After her, there was a boy, a brother. Anyway, 12 kids. My mom's parents. And so I was basically, quite spoiled by my grandfather, my mom's, father. He took me everywhere. He took me to the store. He taught me things. My grandfather didn't know how to read or write, but he spoke 7 languages, including a couple of native languages. He spoke French, Italian, English. I think Cree was one of them, Ojibwe. I'm trying to remember. What else? And it was 7 of them. But anyway, my grandmother, all I know from her side of the family, her mom was part Irish. Then her husband died at war, and which was my grandma's father. And then she remarried, and was eventually lived in England, came to Canada or something like that. But so yeah, there's a lot of ancestry goes back. But grandma was very religious. She's the one that gave me the Bible that I have here. I showed it one time, huge Bible. And I remember as a young child, every Friday she would have fish. We just talked about that the other day because I had fish yesterday. Holy Friday, Good Fridays, fish always. But she would have fish every day. Now I'm trying to think, was it every Friday or was it just during Lent? I think it was every Friday. Very religious. We used to kneel and pray. And it wasn't a small rosary. It's the big, big one. It's like 3 times the size of a rosary. It's a lot. But very religious, very spiritual. I was told by some of my uncles that when they were young, they'd go outside and see a ball of fire in the air and come in and say, "Mom, Mom, Mom," and "Mama," and they were French, and then she'd go out and clear it. And they said they were souls that were lost. So she was a rescue medium in a sense. I don't go out and see balls of fire. I see them and I cross them over. But anyways, she never told me stuff like that. But I did find out a lot of stuff from my uncles and that. My mom didn't talk too much about certain things. Some things were kind of taboo. And they told me one time she had this Bible that I have here. So it's a big Bible. And my uncle told me that they had the parish priest come over and ask her to not do this again. So I'll show you the Bible. It's a big Bible. I have it in a box. She gave me this when I was 9 years old at Easter. It's French. Huge, huge Bible. La Sainte Bible. So anyway, I was 9 years old. She gave this to me. And so she would have this Bible in front of her. And she would say some words. And the Bible would open. So that came, I don't know who told the priest of the parish there where she lived. And he came over and he asked her to not do that anymore. And she stopped doing it. My uncle, Raymond, who passed away now, he was the last of 12 kids to pass away. He passed away 2 years now. as a medium, he would have a dove hanging, not a real dove, but a dove hanging in his bedroom, and you could go into his room and ask questions, and he would ask the question for you, and it would move. So, yeah. Yeah. All right, Chanley. Sorry. Here I go. All right. Yeah. But so yeah, I was about six or 6.5 years old when we moved to Ontario from Quebec, and that's where I learned English and went to English school. And but from 6 years to 12, it was not good. It's not a good time. Really, do not want to go there. All right, Chanley, what do I have for you? There's angels around you for sure. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Dear you. Oh my gosh, it's the same card as Kathy. I remember. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Maggie. There's a lot more, but yeah, don't want to go there. On Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories. So you have the same card, Chanley, as Kathy got. Humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. And that reminds me of another friend that I have that she shares this particular story. She's a medium as well, but she shared an experience she had while visiting her mother at the cemetery. She visiting her grave. She tells this story a lot, and I kind of know by heart. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask yourself why you tell it. Is it really true? And what else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about your well being, your wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they're stories that you're proud of. Genuine, loving fan club. You have a fan club out there, Chanley. Same as Kathy. Yeah. And the story I'm talking about, this one friend of mine, yeah, that she went to this graveyard cemetery to visit her mom that was buried there. She lost her mom. She was young, and something happened that was like you can't explain this. It's just she met a man that helped her, very lovely, beautiful man. And then when she went back, she asked to speak to that same gentleman again. And they were like, there's nobody here like that. You're describing somebody that doesn't work here. And then she had the name of the person. She asked for the name of this person by name. So the person came to meet her, and it was not the same person. Like, not the same person. The other guy was young. This guy was an elder gentleman. They didn't look the same. Definitely two totally different people. Same name. But what she discovered is actually the first man that she had met when she went there was her uncle, who had passed away much, much earlier. And, that was her uncle. I think it was her brother's mother, or her mother's brother or something. But anyway, she tells this story, and it's interesting. I don't know how many times I've heard it, and it's still interesting. It was quite something. She had a visitor. Her uncle came to visit her in physical form, but he's on the other side. So it was interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Apart from praying a lot and going to my first grade 1 Catholic school, French school, there was nuns there, and I remember I didn't like to eat the crust of my bread for some reason. I don't know. They had these yardstick grade one, sitting, I don't know, go in the basement of this schoolhouse. Um, Everybody was, big tables. And she came around and says, "Yeah, I had to eat that." And I'm like, well, it made me sick. Didn't know back then. It was kind of sensitive to wheat. But anyways, she just whacked me on the, you could eat it. Wow. I remember that. Let go, Marie, let go. I don't hate her for it. I do forgive her, but it's a memory that just sometimes can't help it. I know. Why do some people get more visitation than others? That I do not know. I don't know. Uh, Either sometimes some people are more open to it, or some people, if they're going through a difficult time. I've noticed that when people are really struggling or have gone, hit rock bottom, or they've lost a loved one, and they're very sad, and it's totally unexpected like that. Sometimes you may have somebody that you'll meet that will uplift you, that will say things. It's almost like an angel, on earth kind of thing, and you may never see them again. And it was, definitely some kind of visitation. Some people have some and they don't recognize them, right? Yeah, there was a time I know after my divorce where I was outside with my dog. I had a Bichon at the time, and I ran into this woman. We were outside. There was a few other people. I've seen her once, and I've never seen her again. And the whole time she came through the park, we talked for a little bit. I knew the whole time she was special, and I asked her where she lived. She says, "Oh, around here." I knew I wasn't going to see her again. I knew. Then, and I thought to myself, I didn't say anything to her, but I was like, I knew it. She was like an earth angel. Just came to say what I needed, comforting words at the time. Yeah. And I lived there for a couple of years and never seen her around. So, yeah. So sometimes, your grandpa told you incidents like that at school from the night. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. It was harsh back then, right? They thought they were doing right, but yeah. Anyways, we won't even get into that. That type of schooling, right? Yeah, I chewed gum in class. I was in grade four, I think. I was chewing gum, and we knew not to chew gum, but I guess I chewed it at recess because I always had dry mouth, right? And then when we came into class, I forgot to spit it out. And I wasn't the only one. There was another girl, and I can't remember by the life of me who the other girl was in my class. We were sent out of the class facing the principal's office with a gum stuck on our nose. I'll always remember those two doors to the class. This is in Kirtland Lake, Ontario. Okay, small. It's still a French school, but I'm in Ontario. I'm not in Quebec, right? And I was sitting there, and our principal was another nun. She came out and she looked at us, but she wasn't in a bad mood or anything. She looked at us like, what are you guys doing with the gun there? And I said, well, I don't know what I said to her. Probably forgot to take it out, spit it out after recess. She says, "Oh, you take it out and go back in class." She was very nice. She was super nice, nicer than the teacher I had in grade four, which came through another medium. I was at a spiritual church one time, and this medium says, "May I come to you?" And I said, "Yes." And she says, "I have somebody here in spirit who wants to apologize." And I'm like, "Okay, it can't be my grandparents. They're loving. And she described her. And I knew who she was. And I'm like, that's my grade four teacher. Yeah. She, of course, on the other side knows the whole story, right? And not because of the gum. That's other things. But yeah. So she knows now. I went through a lot in grade four at home. Not so much, yeah. Not so much at school, but some at school. But it was, yeah. But oh yeah, put chalk in your mouth. Like, come on. Like to put chalk in her mouth now. See how she likes it. No, just kidding. Your first grade teacher taped a kid's feet and wrapped around the body to his death. Cruelty. Oh wow. Wow. Yeah. I sent my kids to Catholic school till they were in high school. And then high school, I switched them because I wanted them to go to French, merge to English and French. But they went all French school. Wow. I know that in our class, if you were trying to write with your left hand, they would literally tie your hand behind. And one day I tried that for fun. I mean, I could write a little bit. I'm right-handed more, but I did it for fun. And yeah, they tied my hand back. That's terrible, though. Yeah. I mean, you hear some horror stories depending what school you went to, where you went to, like if it's in a small town or terrible the way they treat it. And now, that's they went from one extreme to the next. You can't even speak to the kid and say there's something wrong, right? Terrible, terrible. Yeah, that is definitely, yeah. Wow. You kind of make you wonder, right? Yeah, your mom was left-handed, had issues at school. Yeah, yeah. They have this belief that you have to write with your right hand. Well, not everybody's right-handed. There's nothing wrong with being left-handed. It's terrible. Terrible. Some of the people that have gone through so much at school. Yeah. And if you do a few things, or if you're a little bit rebellious, then you have a teacher on your back for the whole year, right? And it's sad. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, when I hurt my wrist, I had to, write. I mean, it's not as nice, but I can, if I have to, write a little bit with my left. No, tonight I asked before I started. I asked if there was any spirit that wanted to come through. I felt there was some spirit, and they didn't really want to chat. Although there was one that felt before she passed was nauseous again. But she's in a time of healing. I don't know who it's for. She's not ready, but I know that she will be coming soon. So. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, the kids in today's world now, the younger kids, to have experienced some of the stuff that we have, yeah, yeah, it's not no, but it made us who we are, right? Yeah, yeah. I was always an advocate for children. As an adult in my 20s and 30s, when I saw that somebody was taking advantage of a child, I'd get really, really into, helping them out, right? Yeah. It is. It is. It is for sure. Yeah, it is. Well, on that note, I'm going to leave everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Thank you. Leave a comment, share, hit the like button. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Next week, I'm going to pull some, I'm not sure which one I'm going to pull, but every zodiac sign, I'm going to touch on every zodiac sign. Okay. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Happy Easter, everybody. Yes, much love to everyone. Enjoy tomorrow. We love you. I love you too. Next week is your birthday, Ellie. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ellie. What day is it next week? We're at the end. What today? It's today's the 19th. What day next week? Well, happy birthday. Let me know what day it is. Yeah. All right. The 26th. 26. Woo. All right. Party time. All right. Good night, all. Much love. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next Saturday, and enjoy tomorrow. Happy Easter to all. Much, much love. Bye for now.